This is Trash Talk with your host, Garrett the Trash Man.
Just do it.
All right.
Just do it.
Let's do this.
Do it. Just do it.
What?
Just do it.
Damn it, John. I'm trying to do an intro here.
Do it.
Well, you're all at the podcast. Welcome. It's Trash Talk Fire Friday. You know what it is. Appreciate letting us arrive to your ear holes.
I should have didn't know you were recording. I look over and he's like, "Oh, I guess
We're rolling. John's practicing his do it.
Just
things.
do it."
I don't know what Tyler's doing over there, dude. Gosh. All right, let's
Focus.
Larson Waste, thank you for this podcast. Fire Friday time. John, are you ready to go, or do I need to go first?
You do whatever works for you, dude.
All right. I'll just, people, let's fire up. I am short and sweet and to the point today. And here's what I got to say. Don't try to do things, do things. You know, that's all there is to it. You're either in the process of doing something, or you're doing it, or you didn't do it. This try, like half-assed, not committed one way or the other, just cut that out of your life. Cut it out. Do something or don't do something. And that's what I got for Fire Friday.
I've actually found that concept very helpful.
Very helpful in what ways?
Well, you're the one that presented it to me the first time, and then Brandon Craig with Ontacore has hammered it into my noggin in a way that will never get out. And it's so true. Like, don't try, just do or don't do. Like, just make your decision and boom. Like,
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah. And
It's just very useful.
it's just so much more powerful, even if you're in the middle of something, to be like, yeah, I'm in the middle. I'm in the process of doing this, rather than, oh, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I might or I might not. No. Like, I'm in the middle of building the world's best trash company. I'm not trying to. I'm in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I'm in the process.
In the midst
doing
of it.
Yep. So
Schmack dab.
get to doing, people.
Doing. Like it. I like it. I like it. All right. My rant for this Fire Friday is, what is it? I just lost it.
Damn it, John.
It was right there.
Damn it.
I like totally like squirrel moment from whatever kids movie that
Up.
is. Up. Anywho, it was. Hold on, it's gonna come back to me.
Will it, though?
It will, because I believe it will, and I'm creating it that way.
Okay. Well, then.
No, okay, I'll go on this. I had a experience earlier this week of I went into a client's home, and every time we get a new client, I set up an appointment with them. I go to the home, I sit down with them, I answer any questions they have, get to understand the needs that them or their loved one have, and go from there. We get it all figured out. We set the schedule. We talk money. Get it all wrapped up in a nice bow. Bada bing, bada boom. And I went. I did. I left. And after I left, I sat there and I thought to myself, man, I really, just went through the motions right there. Like, I was on autopilot the whole time. And I'm gonna say, yeah, sure, it was a decent experience for them, but it wasn't like a great experience, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of realized,
Didn't knock their socks off.
I didn't, and I just realized, hey, I could have been more present there. I could have actually been where my feet are, been where I was, and just made it an experience where they knew when I left that we as a company were going to be committed to them, that we had it all wrapped up in a nice bow for them, and that we had them taken care of. And, I don't know. I mean, from my experience of it, I'm sure they have confidence in that we'll get the job done, but I think I could have left there having them experienced a higher level of commitment from me.
Yeah. Well, dude, that's what's so powerful is just being awake to it, too. And I'm curious what you did with that information.
Well, first off, it's been bugging me all week.
Mm-hmm.
It's been on my brain. And secondly, I talked to Brandon about it last night on our post-course call.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me some helpful insight. But it's just made me aware of, like, hey, before I go into conversations with people, like, if I know I'm going into a conversation with someone, like, hey, I'm going to take a second and just say, listen, like, I can't control everything that's going to happen in this conversation, but here's the experience I want them to have of me in this conversation, in this relationship, and, like, I'm going to be about creating that. And yeah, it's just like hindsight's always 20/20.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was like kind of an eye opener. I'm like, man, I could, good, better, and best. I did good,
Yeah.
but it could have been best.
Yeah. And, like, I'm not saying this is a solution for that situation, but taking that as an illustration, I'd love to kind of point out something that I've learned is, like, when you're committed, say you're committed to your customers having a certain experience, really looking at what commitment might look like, or I'll say this, what commitment looks like for me that I've found when I truly am committed to something and it changes everything is not being afraid to recontact a customer. Say a situation like that, because I've had similar situations, give a presentation to HOA or something like that, and I was like, man, that wasn't as good. And I found so much power in reaching back out and being like, hey, you know what? That wasn't as great as I would have had it. I'm curious of how it was for you, and here's the things I would have had better for you. And I, like, just stay in it. It doesn't have to be done and, all right, no more. And, like, that's, like, to me, that's not how I hold commitment. And like I said, I'm not saying that's the solution for this thing, but I think it's a good illustration. Because there's been other times, too, where it's like, all I'm committed to is getting them the information.
Yeah.
And being clear on where you're at on that, I think, helps you stay present. But don't be afraid to do those things that are out of the norms.
Yeah.
I know, I think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold. He's got one video that I used to watch in high school that he talks about that. He has, like, 4 rules of success or something like that. But something that's always stuck with me is he says, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to break the rules. And he's like, not the law, the rules. And what he means by that is, like, the stuff that would stop you from calling a person back after you just had a meeting. Like, oh, they might think that's weird, or that's not what normally happens. It's like, that's a rule. That's just a rule. That's nothing. And if you're, like, going to be successful, you've got to be willing to break those type of rules and just say, hey, this might not be what normally happens, but this is what I'm doing, and this is why, and go. And they may be like, oh, well, I didn't want you to call me back, and boom. But, like, there's power in yourself of knowing that you're complete around the situation.
Yeah.
And so, like Arnold says, break the rules. Lift the weights. Break the rules.
I just love your impersonation. That's great.
I just love Arnold. Old Arnold. 70s Arnold. I don't act like the current Arnold exists. He's just not in my world.
Dude, your impersonation, this is completely random, everybody, but your impersonation of Arnold almost rivals old Bo Russell's impersonation of Adam Sandler.
Is he pretty good, huh?
Dude, if you ever want to freaking laugh your face off, like wet your pants almost laugh, just listen to him impersonate Adam Sandler. He starts doing no, shampoo is better. No, conditioner is better. Stop looking at me, Schwan. Oh my gosh, when he says that, I lose my mind. Anyways.
Bo's a good guy.
Impersonations are funny. Anywho, I digress.
John digresses, and I say share the podcast with everyone. Appreciate you guys listening. We'll talk to you next week. Peace.